do whatever. So I'm not messing with it. Play with that later. Hi, David. All right, so we're back to round 2, and we were just talking about doing the races. I must be Facebook challenged tonight. As far as the races go, the qualifying on Saturday for the adults, finals on Sunday for the adults. We're going to have 32 tables divided evenly amongst the clubs. All Iowa, Mid-States, Sioux Diecast, and Sioux Falls Diecast Emporium. And then there's another seller coming from Chicago, another vendor coming from Chicago as well. With that, the things we're wanting to see folks bring for regionals is a variety. We want to see red lines, we want to see black walls, we want to see blue cards. We want to see newer things, but we don't want to see lots of newer things. And we don't want to see everybody who's selling bringing newer items. So with that, there's a post on there that's saying what you're looking for. So go ahead onto that post and show us what you're looking for. And maybe somebody will have it and bring it, whatnot. Are still going on for sale. We're going to have that until the end of the month. We may extend it. I don't know yet. That has to be discussed. But as far as I know, the pre-sale runs out until the 31st. If there's any left over, you can buy them at the show as well. They are $25. And I believe we're working with Chris on getting a logo. Well, excuse me, not a logo, but a design for the car printed so that everybody can see it. And we'll sneak preview that for you. And then there will be a logo that will be updating the cover page here, I think, next week as well. So, on the car, the casting is the 64 Nova Gasser, for those of you who don't already know. Yep, thanks, Kyle. Hey, Donnie. Yeah, David, what we'll do is we're going to show a picture of what it's supposed to look like. It'll be a rough drawing. And then as we get closer and samples are done, we may show you a small portion of the car. Kind of similar to what we've been doing for the club cars. And so it should be pretty exciting. So let's see. There's more things coming down the works for it. We just haven't posted those yet. We're trying to make this as oriented as possible. Squirrel! We have a squirrel sighting. So, anything else that you guys have questions on in regards to the just trying to have a nice day and talk some Hot Wheels around here. Funny pictures of Roy showing up all over the place. Tim, how are you tonight? Let's see. What do y'all want to see at this regional? What cars are you guys looking for? Guys, as it is us, so we want to know what it is. You busy couple of weeks coming up. For those of you who don't know, Greg is a runs a works for NASCAR on the side, and he's going to be in Darlington. He's part of the cleanup crews, and he's got his own crew that he runs. So that man is going to be pretty busy here in May. Yep, we're going to have some reds there. We've got somebody lined up, I hope, that can make it to do some reds. We got a couple other people that are wanting to bring reds also. So we will have reds at our regional. The convention car. So comments. Vendors and who is being assigned. That's a good question. On the page, all of the vendors for regionals as they come in. Each club is picking their folks to represent. So Brent and I will pick who we want to best represent the club. It's going to be based off of what we think that is. So we're going to look at how people do on sales, what type of cars they bring, how long have they been supporting the club. All of that comes into play as far as we're concerned. Who chosen? We haven't finalized yet. Who that is. We've reached out to who criteria that we're looking for. The question really becomes, where do they fit inside of the where do we fit them in the regional, if that makes sense? Because we some folks that can cross over into multiple clubs, so we don't want to double anybody up, but we don't want to shortchange anybody either. Pin all that down, but it'll be for folks that really well. Now that does not mean that it's only those 4 people. If you don't make it into the building as a club representative, and I use that very loosely, we have what are called independent tables and or parking spots out in the parking lot. With that, you'd be responsible for your own tables, your own tents, and whatnot, and you'll get a parking stall. There's 21 stalls in the parking lot at where the event is being held. So we'll have that available to you as well. If you would like to request one of those parking stalls, please let myself or Brent know, and we will try to accommodate you. Again, we got to make it fair to everybody. It can't just be totally mid-states folks, and as well. And besides, this is also a great opportunity for some folks to just come up and do some shopping. I mean, there's going to be some good things posted. I think I gotta go upstairs and find out about something. Bear with me. You look real. All right, sorry about all of that. We had to do more Jeep paperwork. Okay, Sean, what are you doing in here? How's your boy doing, by the way? Is he enjoying the high seas? Yeah, more like Usama. What else do we want to talk about tonight? We talked about our club car. We talked about regionals. We talked about that there was a squirrel in here. Questions for tonight? Wrap this up then. Any last alibis? We got a marriage license. That. Play. Tab A goes into slot B. Know that. Anything else really for tonight, unless you guys have any other questions. Speakers on. Going tonight. What else we got? We are doing some other things to legitimate, I guess, or more recognized. We sent off some paperwork go to be scanned in and kept on file. we should have an official announcement on that here after June, provided we get to meet together. So stay tuned for that. That all gets to come through. So, any questions for tonight? Any questions about anything? So, cut it off quick tonight, unless Brent. Missed you. You need to start selling again. Any last questions or comments for tonight? Anything either? Has anything else for tonight? I think we're just gonna end it a little early. We can something else for next week. Gonna cut it off for tonight. Hey Reagan, how are you? Reagan, since you just joined in, you got any questions? See that. Okay. Well, congrats, Dave. I hope you guys get to do something to meet together. And Ed, best place to get mailing boxes? That's a good question. You can go to the post office and get the flat rate boxes. They are so as long as as long as you can fit it in the box, it'll ship. The flat rate prices have gone up recently, though. The other place is Walmart. They have small, medium, and large bags or boxes available fairly cheap, or do what a lot of other folks do, which is recycle their boxes. So if you get something sent to you, in good shape and you get rid of all the old addresses. Yeah, what Brent just mentioned is another great source to look as well. Stores, moving places, the post office, Walmart has boxes. Uline catalog is a great resource too. Those are pretty sturdy as well. I don't know what their prices are, but they are a quality box. Place to go, Ed. Oh, and Ed asked another good question earlier in the week, and that was about bubble envelopes. And for those of you who didn't see the responses on that, basically, you don't want to use those. The bubble envelopes have a very bad habit of bending cards and making buyers very upset. So try not to use those mailing envelopes if possible. Hey Patrick or Justin, welcome back. Janet, how are you? If that's you or if it's somebody else. So with that, don't use the mailing envelopes. We did get a couple new cars in this week. Where did I put those at? This week I was able to get the new 55 Chevy monster car or mud bogger car. Like, this is a metal base actually, or at least it feels like it's a metal base. So point on the envelope. So I've not seen the Q do something crazy. I think he's been busy armor, and I think he's all done with that. So again, here's the new 55 Chevy. It would look really good on a set of Real Riders, which that may happen later this week or this weekend if I can. Let's see. First two that I wanted to show. Anyway, I had the Honda Prelude. I don't know where I put it, so I don't know what to do. Other things you guys might want to see. All right, sorry. So there's the new Prelude with PR5s on it. Not NSX yet either, Steven. Then there's the new 620. Like this a lot. This is a pretty clean truck. And the last one, the Range Rover Velar. This is the one I've actually been waiting for all year because this is the one that's the same color that's featured in all of the commercials for that car. Very cool car. All right, so we got some old school stuff I figured might as well show off tonight. Got some old school emergency 5-pack. To be on everybody's want list. And then I've got in your picture lately, Roy. I mean, looking like a Macaulay Culkin. What's up, man? It's good to see you. Then we got a little action pack. With the Combat Medic. Oh, Range Rover. That's harsh. And then the last one, we've got some super sport cars. So we've got a Ferrari, and the 959 is in Blackwall. Just a couple other things to show for tonight. Prius are here. Down. And Roy, I did actually see you in 5 seconds, unlike the last time. Yeah, he's kind of new. This Roy guy, I don't know what to make of him yet. He likes to light cars on fire for some reason, especially gassers. Actually, right now, There was voting going on for wheels and paint and all of that. I didn't get an updated number on that, so I don't know what the latest number is on that. And future RLC cars, yes, there was a posting about that as well. There's a new 510 coming out, and there's a Mustang and two other cars that I don't quite remember what they were yet. But there's some cool stuff coming down the pike, and it's going to be an expensive couple of weeks here during the summer. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I'll say ice. Is it ice blue versus the purple? Man, that's going to be a tough choice. Help Ed out with that. Anything from out in Maryland way, other than you getting your guys' freedom this weekend, from what Dave says? Baby, I'll play that for you if LA happens. I'll make sure that it's on my iPod for you. That would be awesome. Roy got a few cars last week. Been done with those yet. Thanks for coming in tonight. Yeah, into a collection, and he's got oil cans, 100%ers, buses, things. I don't even think he was done going through it yet as of last week. You should up here. I'm sure there'd be a few folks that might be like, whoa. Anything else for tonight, or are we going to wrap this up? Yeah. There were some lowriders in there, too. In case anybody wants to know. We are coming to the end of today's show, and we will see you all next week. I have another show next week. We may change the format up a little bit. All right. Roy is not done. All right. Good night, Roy. Good night, everyone. Y'all have a good night and be safe.